So welcome and thank you all for joining us live for the Now Platform release webinar today with myself, Matt O'Brien, Andrew Lachey, and Salmat Oladapupo, who will be discussing the many innovations releasing for field service management in Xanadu. Before we begin, please be aware that you should not make any purchasing decisions based solely on any forward-looking statements made during today's presentation. Today's session is a part of Live on ServiceNow, which is a curated event series to connect you with ServiceNow experts and peers that can help you deploy your products to achieve value faster. And we hope you join us again at another webinar or 360 exchange in the future. You can see the schedule by scanning this QR code, which will also be available with this presentation after. Just a couple housekeeping notes for you. Please use the Q&A feature throughout this presentation to ask any questions that you may have related to these features, as we'll save time at the end for answering them if we're not able to get to them through the course of the conversation. Secondly, as I mentioned, this presentation will be recorded and shared on the ServiceNow community so that you'll have it to reference and revisit as you like hereafter. And then lastly, you'll be prompted at the end of this conversation to take a short survey, which we would greatly appreciate you to complete. We do read every comment and take your feedback to heart. After all, we conduct these webinars for you, our user community, and we want to make sure that they are as impactful as can be for you. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. You've been hearing from me again. My name is Matt O'Brien, and I am a product marketing manager supporting field service management here at ServiceNow. I have the pleasure of being joined by Andrew Lachey and Salmat Oladapupo, both outbound product management leaders for field service management, as well as Nikki Narang, who is field service management's senior director for inbound product management, and he'll be fielding any questions via the Q&A feature as they roll in. Andrew and Salmat are going to walk through each of the following innovations with you in more detail, accompanied by several demos as well, and they are truly our in-house experts, so thank you to both of them for joining us. So what's new in the Now platform for Xanadu? Well, let's just say there's been no shortage of excitement around the enhancements made to field service management in this release. And as we continue to hear from the community, including customers like yourselves, and as we're releasing on this quarterly basis, the innovation really has been nonstop. In Xanadu, we're thrilled to highlight that this is our largest AI release yet, and we have several new Now Assist features powered by generative AI that we are uptaking from the platform into field service management. And those include knowledge article generation and prompt configuration. We're also introducing other Now Assist features in Sidebar chat summarization, as well as extending our work order task summaries to improve their accuracy as well. Andrew and Salmat will touch on those in just a few moments, and they'll also overview several other exciting innovations, including opportunity management with field service and collaborative mobile sidebar, which effectively eliminates the need for agents to toggle between applications when communicating with dispatch and subject matter experts in the field. So that said, I'm going to pull Andrew and Salmat into the conversation to go ahead and begin walking us through these exciting innovations in more detail.
Thank you very much, Matt. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us today. We're very, very excited about this release and to show you all of the new features we're introducing to continue to optimize field service. In the Xanadu family release, FSM is introducing territory relocation feature. Today's process of relocating field agents is pretty manual. Also, considering location of agents being too static, there's been a need for customization to move them around. Additionally, we wanted to address inaccuracies that we're seeing with travel time calculation for future tasks. The agent territory feature will be addressing challenges that territory managers face in the seamless relocation of agents between territories. The idea here is to streamline the process so that we're offering an efficient source and territory selection, but also, allow territory managers to define relocation periods and update their home locations. The goal generally is to enhance workflow, with a user-friendly interface to ensure that there's a smooth and well-defined relocation process. In turn, that would be optimizing resource management and the overall operational efficiencies for our territory managers. We'll go ahead now and watch a demo of the agent territory relocation feature. Through the agent territory relocation workflow. In this case, we're going to be working as Mona Lisa, the territory planner for Company Co. Company Co is looking to launch a new branch in New York City after serving the Santa Clara area for more than 2 years. We're looking to relocate 2 agents, Melissa and Yemi, from Santa Clara to New York from October 1st to 30th to help the team ramp up. For the territory planner to relocate 1 or more agents, the first step is to select a territory from which we want to relocate the agent from. Our source territory in this case is Santa Clara, and our destination territory is New York. Selecting Santa Clara as a source territory will open the record by clicking on the territory card. Before Xanadu, agents can become member of the territory by adding to an assignment group containing the agent or by adding the agent directly via the territory membership related list. Now, let's click on the agent relocation icon on the side panel to see how agent relocation works. We'll need to first define our relocation start date and time, as well as the end date and time. In this case, we're looking to relocate the agent from October 1st to October 30th, 2024. Once the relocation start and end date and time data has been defined, we can go ahead and select our agents. Here, I will be selecting Melissa and Yemi Ola. A cool thing that I would like to add for this feature is that if any of these agents have work assigned to them in their source territory that's conflicting with this relocation, there'll be an inline error message displayed urging the territory planner to review the current assigned task for potential conflict. At that point, the territory planner can choose to unassign those tasks or consider another agent for relocation. Now, the second step is selecting parameters for the source territory. It's already defined that the source territory is Santa Clara. However, we want to pick certain parameters to define what this relocation means for the agent. For Melissa and Yemi, do we want to set them as inactive, which means they cannot take up any task during this window? And this would make sense for long distance relocations, like in this case between Santa Clara and New York City. Or do we want to keep them as active, but maybe a secondary member if they had primary membership to begin with, which makes more sense for shorter distance or travel time between territories. In this case, they can still go back to their local region to attend to tasks. For instance, if we're relocating agents between close by cities. In this case, between New York and Santa Clara, I will be setting the agent as inactive in their source territory. So now, Mona Lisa needs to pick a destination territory for which we want to move this agent to. Let's go ahead and select New York. Like we did for the source territory, we can choose what type of membership we want for the agent in our destination territory. So I can set them as primary agents in their destination territory, or we can choose to have them as secondary agents. In this case, I'll be putting them as primary agent. Another cool feature that we've developed in this release is that we can set a new agent location for the agents that are getting moved. So for example, there could be scenarios or use cases where agents will be going from one store to another throughout the day through the duration of the stay. But for this example, we'll select the same start and end location for the agents since they're going to be working at the same store morning through evening for the entirety of their stay in New York. So start location is the start home location that we want to pick for the agent to begin his day, and then the end home location will be the location where the agent will end their day. In this case, I have selected, or I will go ahead and select Company Co as the start and end location for both Melissa and Yemi. Once we press the relocate button, both Melissa and Yemi will be relocated to New York City. If I open the New York City record, we will see that Melissa and Yemi have primary membership during this time, October 1st, October 30th, in New York. If we go back to Santa Clara, we see that Yemi and Melissa also have an entry in the Angel membership table. However, this entry will indicate that the active flag is set as fall, which means that the agents are not working in Santa Clara for this duration. And this also means work will not be assigned to them through schedule optimization in Santa Clara through this period. As we further on our goal of optimizing our dispatcher efficiency, we're making enhancement to our Dispatcher Workspace. In the Xanadu Q3 star release, we're enabling a dispatcher to quickly and easily view scheduling options for a single task. So we're introducing the Dispatcher Workspace Assisted Assign. The dispatcher will be able to visualize work order task on a map and schedule from the map versus having to leave the map to go and do drag and drop. So today, after a dispatcher selects a sign that they want to assign, a task, that they want to assign, they have to scroll through the dispatcher workspace vertically to find the desired agent, or they can use agent sorting. And then they have to scroll horizontally to find an available time for the desired field agent. Or, they can do the steps in reverse, first working horizontally to find the time and then vertically to find the agent. Also, drag and drop assignments can be error-prone and potentially time-consuming for dispatchers. Additionally, using the assign action is challenging because the dispatcher is required to impute assign to and schedule start time with no visibility as to who a good assigned to or even what a suitable time will be. And so at FSM, we're solving for this by adding a capability to simplify assignments and maintain confidence that the dispatcher is picking the best agent, especially as being able to work quickly, to assign work quickly to the best agent is very critical to controlling cost and keeping customers happy. Now we're going to watch a demo of the Dispatcher Workspace Assisted Design feature.
One of the features that's coming out in Xanadu for Dispatcher Workspace is the Dispatcher Workspace Assisted Assign. So this feature enables the dispatcher quickly and easily view the scheduling options that are required for a particular task. And this can be invoked from the work order task panel or from the map. And once you invoke the action, you would primarily see those available slots and technicians based on data that's from the work order task. And you would see that in the model pop-up that's shown in the screenshot on this slide. And you would have it arranged based on the travel time and the best matching criteria. And you can also sort these values on the distance, the skills, and the paths required. And the benefits of this is this enables you not to look at the dispatcher workspace Gantt. And there's really a need if the dispatcher to go and look at the Gantt if they don't like this particular option that's being shown on the model pop-up. And this helps from preventing error decisions where you would have a lot of drag and drop and can also help from a user experience standpoint where you don't have to navigate between different calendar views to allocate a task. Now I'll show an example of where we can use this option. And this is a Xanadu instance. And once you right-click on task, you would have the assignment assistance options. Once you click on it, you would have essentially a list of options that comes in. And you can sort by different options that he can, the earliest time was skills or parts. So let's say in this case, I want to assign this to Ray Williams, who was a match of 98%. So once I click on save, you would have the new task assigned to Ray Williams. So you would see this task that is now be assigned to Ray Williams. So this makes it easier to assign tasks pretty quickly. This comes to the end of the demo. Thanks.
Another one of our major features in the Xanadu release is the multiple work configuration feature. This feature is going to be addressing challenges that's currently faced or before X faced by admins to define different processes by work type. So for example, installation versus break fix work, where installation, for instance, doesn't require tracking travel, whereas break fix does, require tracking travel, or there's specific data that needs to be collected from the technician for an inspection versus a straightforward break fix work, right? And in this release, we're introducing new capabilities in the multiple work configuration feature that includes support for admins to configure by work type. We're going to be having, or we have new business rules, new state flows, SLA definitions, et cetera, that can be configured. We're also introducing platform workspace and mobile list support with the multiple work configuration feature. It's vital and important because of the overhead that is involved in managing multiple instances. And we have seen this cost be very high, and have sought out to kind of provide that flexibility in work configuration and streamline instance management, for the team. Now we're going to watch a demo on multiple work configurations.
The demo. This is the screen. This is the admin screen, admin persona, where we are going to set up the task extension and respective configurations. If you see, WM task install is nothing but a task extension for install. Task repair is a task extension for the repair. And these two are configuration setup, as we have seen in the previous slide. These two are configurations we have. Work configuration is similar to a case type what we have in CSM. I have logged into the qualifier come dispatcher persona as a LSRA, and I created a installation task and break fix task in the instance. This is the installation task, and as we discussed, as we have seen in other slide, installation task required qualification, and let me go ahead and do the qualification here. And whereas break fix does not require any qualification, so we don't have any qualification icon here, action item here. And installation task and break fix task can have its own specific fields. For installation, we have these two specific fields here, which will give the information for the technician. And whereas break fix has different specific fields, which will demonstrate what is the reason for the break fix. I'll go ahead and add the detailer for installation. I'll go ahead and save it. As it is acceptance required, the status is still assigned. Whereas if I add the technician for the break fix, the status will be changed to the acceptance directly, because acceptance from technician is not required here. Let me use the agent mobile app to demonstrate technician workflow. Let me fulfill this install task first. So installation task required the acceptance. Technician is going to accept the installation task. Once it is accepted, technician is going to start the work. Task status has changed to work in progress. The customer is signed. Once the customer is signed successfully, the system will generate the work order summary. Though we added parts, we are not showcasing it here. The structure of the installation and repair can differ. Here we are not showing any parts. Let me go ahead and fulfill the repair task. As acceptance is not required, technician will go ahead and start the work. Once task is in work in progress, once customer is signed, the PDF will be generated. The repair summary will be displayed on the PDF work order summary. So here, if you see, the main difference is we have the materials used for the repair, and whereas installation does not have this section, though we added material. So this is how we can configure different business workflows in the system using work configurations. This will avoid so much of customizations required for the customers. This is all about the demo.
Another issue we set out to address is that technicians currently do not have a method of capturing opportunities in the mobile app unless customizations are performed. And in the Xanadu family release, our solution offers technicians a method to capture and document customer opportunities for new services or products that's identified on site. This is to empower technicians with seamless access to view. They can search, they can filter their created opportunities, kind of to ensure that there's proper tracking. But also the system enables technicians to verify the existence of opportunities that's been previously created by maybe another technician for the same customer during a different task entirely. This promotes like collaboration and then, prevents duplication of efforts. We've seen that when technicians interact with customers, they're often perceived as trustworthy and their recommendations carry, significant weight with the customers. Adding to that, customers are very busy. So when technicians fail to capture those opportunities seamlessly, it diminishes the likelihood of converting leads into sales, as customers may not be able to follow through on recommendations without a streamlined process in place. With this new feature, the technician-driven sales, technicians will also be earning the trust of customers when they offer proactive solutions with a streamlined process. We'll go ahead and watch a demo on the technician-driven sales feature.
To demonstrate the flow, I've logged in as Alex-Ray, a technician who has certain tasks at hand. So let me get started by tapping on one of the tasks that Alex has been assigned to, and he is it. On the top right corner, there is a 3-dot menu. Once you click on it, you'll see a new option at the bottom called Create Opportunity. Once you press Create Opportunity button, you are able to go ahead and create a new opportunity. Here, if you notice, a lot of fields have already been filled up as defaults. User can go in and change these options as well. For example, sales cycle type is set to upsell. However, there could be other options that you can select from for renew a new customer. Same goes with stage, which is selected by default as qualify, could be something else, and so on. Now, I'll go ahead by adding a short description and selecting an account content. Once these options are selected, I can go ahead and click on Submit to submit the opportunity. We see a banner message, the opportunity has been successfully created. Now, the opportunity has been created, but at the same time, I might want to add certain line items to it to signify the quantity that I've been talking about. Till now, I have just added some information on the short description to denote what the opportunity is, but I might want to do more. So I click on Add Line, select a product offering. In this case, it would be a door sensor. Select the quantity that the customer is interested in buying, right? And then select the unit of measurement. There's a box of this. And then I press on Submit. Once I do this and I go to the related tab, I can see the opportunity lines have been added to the opportunity. I tap on it, I can see the details that were added. As well, I can see the activities. Now, the opportunity, as we just saw, has been added. and the agent can continue to go along with this one. There is another option. Now, if Alex wants to see the opportunity that he created, he could go to the More tab, select Sales, and here you can see all the opportunities that have been created in the system. On top is the opportunity that Alex recently created. He can tap on it. If he wants to make any edits, he can press on edit, and he'll be able to edit the opportunity. Same way, if Alex wants to add one more opportunity for this customer, he can remain on the Sales tab and press on the Create Opportunity button, which takes him to the form on which he can fill the opportunity details. And that's up. Here you'll notice that the work order task field is not populated because the opportunity was not initiated from work order task. However, if the user wants to associate this opportunity with a task that he had done in the past, he could select that work order task from the list and then add that as part of the opportunity creation process. Once the short description is entered and contact is entered along with the other details, the user can decide to submit.
That's okay, Matt, you can, it's okay. We're very excited for our analysis features that's been introduced in the Xanadu release. ServiceNow as a whole released its biggest GenAI innovations yet with the Xanadu release, and we at FSM, we sharing that excitement with 4 new GenAI features in this release. One of our primary goals with Now Assist is to really double down on field technician efficiencies and enable them with AI to do their jobs better. So first one I'll be talking about is the collaborative mobile sidebar. In the Xanadu Q3 store release, we introduced the sidebar conversation on the mobile agent interface, which is designed to streamline communication for field agents, allowing them to seamlessly correspond with relevant parties about ongoing tasks. So here they can reach out to a more experienced technician for guidance. They can easily reach out to their dispatchers as well, without the need to switch to another application. And so by keeping all of our communication integrated within our platform, we're also ensuring that data remains connected and aligned with the tasks at hand without any distractions for our field agent. This is one very big step, we're taking in promoting an enhanced teamwork efficiency and accelerating repair turnaround time while preserving critical dialogue record. Within the collaborative sidebar, we have introduced the sidebar chat summarization that's powered by Now Assist. This new capability in the Xanadu release will be summarizing conversations from the sidebar. So for technicians, scrolling, searching, sifting through conversations take time and effort. And then for dispatchers or qualifiers, it takes time to understand and digest information from various sources. And this can lead to multiple delay in supporting technicians when they're completing their work, right? So using Now Assist to generate summaries of sidebar chats will enhance access to pertinent information for dispatchers, for qualifiers, for technicians, and allow for them to be able to coordinate and complete tasks for customers in a timely manner. We'll go ahead and watch a video on sidebar chat summarization.
Alrighty, I've loaded the Field Service Management mobile agent app, and you'll see that we now support sidebar. So here in the bottom, if I were to click that new icon, you'll see a list of all the discussions that have been started between me and other people in the organization. And if I go ahead and click one of the discussions, now I've already generated a summary for this discussion, We can always regenerate that summary again, and I'll show you how to do that. But you'll see that the discussion was summarized by Now Assist, that it's only visible to me. I have the option of thumbs upping or thumbs downing it if it doesn't generate what I think, and I could share it to the work notes. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can either click the button that shows up with the message, or you can click on the overflow more actions icon in the summarization itself to post to your activity stream. Now, if you want to generate this summary, say it wasn't here prior, you would just click the lightning bolt icon down where you would type your message, and you would select the summarize action and then hit send. And that tells the system to go ahead and use this generative AI feature to summarize this discussion. So it'll process that, and then you'll see it'll post that summary here within your chat view. Thank you very much.
All right. Before X, ServiceNow sets selected input tables and fields to inform prompts. And one feedback that we received from our customers is that they wanted to be able to pass additional business-specific fields into their prompt to improve context of output. And so taking that feedback seriously, we're introducing PROM Configuration that's powered by Now Assist. This feature will allow for administrators, to pass additional fields into the prompt for work order task summaries, right? So this field include task details, activity stream, recorded time, asset information, parts usage, and even incidentals. So prompt configurability for work order task summaries will be giving our customers a degree of control when configuring their prompt to generate outputs that's grounded in their organizational understanding using appropriate metadata. Another one of our exciting Now Assist feature is the extended work order task summarization feature in the workspace that includes information about affected products, install-based item, assets, and linear assets as well. Before X, summaries were not as comprehensive, or they lack information about the assets that's been worked on. We're also seeing restriction to what fields can be used. More fields were being configured to enhance summary. And then for the agent as well, having to navigate around to locate asset history and then manually adding it to the work order task. So triggering the summarization will better equip the field agent with the history that's related to what they're about to work on. In the Xanadu Q3 star release, we're introducing the ability to generate a draft knowledge-based article off of a work order task. So this is a new skill that's been added to the FSM Now Assist, which will make knowledge article generation creation very simple. Before X, creating articles from scratch was very time sensitive, and with GenAI, this new Now Assist feature will speed up that creation. But also, we were seeing knowledge articles were inaccurate or not comprehensive enough. And now pulling from multiple data sources, there's going to be an improvement in the type of knowledge articles that's being created. And we're adding this capability for back office personnel to generate knowledge articles off of work order task, which can then be passed down from more experienced agents to newer agents, as we're seeing like the gap in workforce. So we'll go ahead now and watch a demo on all three of the Now Assist features that I just talked about: the prompt configuration, extended work order task summary, and knowledge article generation. FSM is excited for the new Now Assist features coming in the Xanadu release. One of the cool new features coming is that there's going to be a brand new admin experience. We did an uptake of what the platform is giving us so that our customers can now control prompt and configuration of the capabilities that we give them for generative AI. We'll go ahead and show you what that looks like now. I'm currently logged in as Lisa Ray, one of our FSM admins. We're already in the Now Assist controller panel. We'll go ahead and click on the Now Assist features tab, and you can see that everything is divided by your workflow team. We'll go ahead and select FSM under Customer Workflow Team. Now, our customers can see three functionalities: work order task summarization, knowledge generation, and sidebar summarization. First thing I would like to show you is the work order task summarization functionality. This functionality now allows for our customers to summarize asset information, incidentals, recorded time, parts usage, all as part of our work order task summary. We also have this new cool checklist on the side panel that customers can go through so that they can have a bit more control. Customers can build their own input template. Here, we shipped out 3 out-of-the-box templates for different type of work order tasks per state. We have new work order task, a work order task that's work in progress, or a resolved work order task. Each one of this is defined a bit differently. For instance, in the case of a work order task that's currently work in progress, we have more information that we would for a work order task that is new. Admin can also customize their prompt and choose which work order task input template they would like to test. We have also introduced the ability to be able to run tests quickly to see if the prompt is what they're expecting. Admin can define availability. They can select display. Do we want to show, do we want the Now Assist features showing up in panel and workspace, or just have it turned off? Now that we've looked into the Now Assist controller, let's dive deeper into our new features. Selecting any of the work order tasks at any state, the work order task summarization panel is visible at the top of the screen. Once you click this, you get summarization at any point in time or at any stage of this work order task. With this feature, you can also leave feedback if the summary generated is helpful or not, and you can refresh at any point to regenerate a summary if new information is available or has been added to the task. This is our new work order task summarization feature. For closed work order task, there is now this new feature at the top, Create Knowledge, that allows you to take what you've learned from closing this work order task and write a knowledge article with the use of generative AI. You can choose to do it yourself, or if you want, you can have AI help you with the draft. The value that this brings is that your subject matter experts can create knowledge articles more quickly that can be used to train and bring up to speed more junior technicians. This is one of the pain points we're seeing with many of our customers in terms of the aging workflow. Our continuous goal here at FSM is to really double down on field technician efficiency and enable them with AI to do their jobs better.
All right. Thank you so much, Salmat, for that very thorough overview of all of the awesome features coming out for field service management in Xanadu. Nikki, just wanted to tap you really quick to see if there are any outstanding questions in the Q&A or any that you'd like to answer live.
Hey, Matt, I think we're all good on the questions front.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for confirming. All right, everybody. Well, we greatly appreciate you staying with us live today and learning about the latest innovations released for field service management recently on September the 10th. I think it's really remarkable to witness how ServiceNow is transforming the entire customer experience with this platform solution that really connects frontline agents through the middle and back office and into the field. I think with this release, we're excited to give dispatchers and field service technicians the productivity boost that they need to deliver trusted, to deliver reliable field service. And our generative AI journey continues to speed up as we release even more accelerators so field service organizations can serve customers faster and more comprehensively. We're also continuing to better integrate with other products like sales and order management to support customers from selling to fulfillment and service all on one platform as well. So Salmat, I believe we've covered everything for today. And to all our attendees, please remember to complete the survey afterward. Your feedback really is invaluable Once again, thank you to everyone for joining us. And Salmat, Nikki, I appreciate your time and expertise today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are dialing in from. Take care, all.